Welcome to Drum TV for the week of June 1st, 2007. This week, Colonel Kershaw talks candidly about the search for their missing comrades, the struggles, and the determination to find them. Just outside the gas alley gate, there's a change in mission for those supporting the 10th, one that makes a difference here and on the battlefield. In our newest feature, let us show you all the places one tank of gasoline can take you and all the things you can see. This week, it's a place where you can watch a baseball game, see a bat made, and walk among the dead. All that and more, straight ahead. You are watching Drum TV.
You're watching Drum TV, your source for news and information about our soldiers, their families, and what's important to them, both here at Fort Drum, New York, and overseas.
The search for two missing 10th Mountain Division soldiers moves into its fourth week. Soldiers involved in a May 12th attack just south of Baghdad that killed 4 other Fort Drum troops and their Iraqi interpreter. Colonel Michael Kershaw says thousands of Iraqi citizens have been questioned. Miles of trails, roads, and riverbanks have been searched, and it's only a matter of time before they find them. Iraqi and U.S. troops have detained hundreds of people for questioning in the area, and 2 suspects are believed to have direct links to the Al-Qaeda ambush. Colonel Michael Kershaw with the 2nd Brigade Combat Team told CNN their search efforts have led investigators to at least 2 persons of interest.
We've uncovered a number of other things which may or may not be related to the attack. Enemy sniper rifles, caches, other pieces of insurgent equipment. And again, we're running those things through the same test. Were they or were they not involved in the attack?
Soldiers from the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, and the 4th Brigade, 6th Iraqi Army Division have been conducting non-stop searches for the missing soldiers, who were all assigned to the 4th Battalion, 31st Infantry Regiment, 2nd Brigade Combat Team.
During the conduct of this search, we have encountered both mounted and dismounted IEDs and sniper fire. We had great success yesterday in that we eliminated 2 sniper teams. One of those sniper teams, we believe, although not directly associated with this incident, has been responsible for the killing at least of one of our soldiers and the wounding, including the paralysis of not only soldiers from our unit, but from our predecessors.
The colonel says the soldiers have been averaging about 20 events a day, and in addition, the unit is providing cots, food, and water to those assisting in that search. Soldiers have been continually asking Iraqis for any information they may have regarding the incident, hoping the tips will lead them closer to their missing comrades.
South Baghdad is one of the most active portions of the insurgency in Iraq. The insurgent cells have been very well entrenched here, and there are a number of different networks that operate in this area. Primarily it's a Sunni area with a significant Shia minority in our 2 largest municipalities, so we also see some sectarian violence. But certainly there are a number of cells in this area which could have been responsible for this operation, and we're following all those leads as I indicated before.
Kershaw adds these soldiers are motivated to keep going until their comrades are found. But the reality is, the longer they search, the more those searching need to be aware of mental and physical stress.
I want all the families to know back home that we're not going to stop at anything in this search for our fallen comrades and their loved ones. This is a very tight unit. This is, for a lot of people in this brigade, this is their 3rd rotation over here in Iraq, or some haven't been to Afghanistan. This battalion in particular served in Baghdad 2 years ago and has seen a lot of combat.
U.S. officials pledge that the search will continue until the missing men are found. Soldiers from the 10th Mountain Division assaulted Karguli village by land, sea, and air. Private First Class John Kano tells us how the coordinated attack took the villagers by total surprise.
Thinking outside the box, soldiers of the 4th Battalion, 31st Infantry Regiment, 2nd Brigade Combat Team moved into the terrorist stronghold of Karguli village, not just by convoy and air assault, but also by boats in the Euphrates River. Due to the noise of helicopters and trucks, terrorists are more likely to be alerted to an upcoming insertion. But with the boats being so quiet, soldiers were able to cut off any escape routes on the Euphrates. The operation was a joint coalition force and Iraqi Army mission. For some of the soldiers, working with the Iraqi Army on this scale was a new experience.
We've had Iraqis out at different battle positions, and we've kind of worked like one or two of them at a time. This is the first chance we got to work with a lot of them at the same time, and I was actually surprised. I didn't know how well they were going to work, you know, how well they actually were trained and everything, but I was surprised at how well they moved and how much I didn't have to worry about them.
An operation of this magnitude takes a lot of planning and coordination to carry out. But that planning is why everything goes so well when it's put into action.
Overall, I thought it was a pretty good mission. I mean, from what I understood, this area hasn't been touched in a while, so it's something that needed to be done, and it went smooth, and everyone knew exactly where to go and how to do it.
The Polar Bears plan on keeping an ongoing presence in the village in an attempt to turn Karguli village into a prosperous community like Rushdie Mullah and Al Tarak. Reporting for the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, from Karguli Village, Iraq, I'm Army Private John Kano.
The Department of Defense reports more loss for 10th Mountain Division soldiers. After meeting with the commanding general of Fort Drum and listening to concerns of Fort Drum soldiers and families, Governor Spitzer has announced a series of measures designed to address some of the problems they face. One of the top concerns is housing. The State of New York Mortgage Agency will be offering a $10 million program to provide eligible veterans with low-interest mortgages and home improvement financing. In addition, the State Department of Housing and Community Renewal has approved tax incentives for the construction of about 200 housing units to be built in the Fort Drum area. It will provide rental housing for low and moderate income families. Spitzer also announced a number of programs and services intended to address social services, substance abuse, and mental health needs of military families. Fort Drum is home to more than just the 10th Mountain Division. It also has what the Army calls tenants. These are units with their own mission, own command, but one common goal supporting each other here and overseas. Specialist Luke Allen explains.
Meet the soldiers of New York Maids. Some vehicle mechanics, others trained to keep the ever-increasing electronics operating on all kinds of equipment. The 90-acre site is a storage center, repair shop, and training facility for the Army National Guard, not only for New York, but Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Vermont, and Massachusetts. While the unit doesn't have a direct relationship with the 10th, they have formed a strong partnership.
Maybe they have a heavy maintenance log over in the Fort Drum DOL, and they've come to us to work out an arrangement to facilitate doing some backlog maintenance for them, and vice versa. When the same things happened in the past, we've actually asked for some help from them over the years.
The Mates facility also saves money. With equipment ready to be used in training, the Colonel says the Guard can keep a balance.
We can concentrate our maintenance support here in a central point, and keep that stuff serviced and ready to go.
Many mechanics from this unit have been deployed to Afghanistan or Iraq.
When our M1A1 Abrams go out on training, for field training, for the units that come up for a couple weeks at a time, we like them to really push it to the limits, so it's a good training exercise, so when they're actually in a combat environment, that they know exactly what to do and what not to do and how far the tank can go before you get breakage.
The Mates facility's role is changing, as does the Army.
With the Army going to a modular design, we're actually going to end up with just over 120 pieces of armor, and the rest we're transitioning into transportation units. We have some signal units, looking to get some engineer support units. Plus, we became the major fielding site for the New York Army National Guard and also the Northeast region.
The Mates site will continue to grow. More construction is slated to begin in June. For Drum TV, I'm Luke Allen.
When we come back, a trip where baseball's hits, runs, and errors are kept. Make no mistake, this one-tank trip is a home run.
Tough carpet stains can be conquered with a common salad dressing ingredient. Can you guess what it is? Well, I'll pour on some solutions for you coming up next.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Sure, they're juicy and delicious. But did you know fruits like melon and mango are packed with vitamin A to help you see better? Eating fruit can also help make your teeth, skin, and hair healthy and strong. Can your food do that? Run, throw, think, eat better. Find out more at smallstep.gov.
What is that thing?
Looks like somebody's double chin. Must have lost their snacking on fruits and veggies.
You want to fight childhood asthma? Fight it with a bear. Fight it with a duck. Fight it with a wrench. Toss Teddy in the freezer to wipe out dust mites. Dry off bath toys and fix leaks to keep mold away. Discover other simple ways to prevent an asthma attack. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS or visit noattacks.org. Because no child should feel like a fish out of water.
If you are new to the area or just haven't found the time to see what's nearby, we at Drum TV are going to give you some options to enjoy the area. Whether it's a family fun day, hiking, or wine tasting, we call it our one-tank trip. What we can see and do on one tank of gasoline each way.
Now we realize, depending on what you drive, the trip might be more or less gas. But this gives you a rough idea of what's out there. So let's hit the road.
On the road again, going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Hey folks, we're heading to America's hometown, Cooperstown, New York. Baseball capital of the world. It's where they make the bats. It's where they're playing the Hall of Fame game we're going to today. It's a one-tank trip, and you can do this easily. Cooperstown, New York. This place seems like something straight out of a Norman Rockwell painting. In other words, this is hometown America personified. Not only is this the home of the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Doubleday Field, this place has tons to do and much to see within a 10-mile radius alone. Not into baseball? No problem. The hometown feel and scenic beauty alone will keep you inspired to see the sights and enjoy some fine dining and shopping in Cooperstown. Specialist Brian Schroeder and I took a trip into central New York to see what Cooperstown was all about. What does this have to do with soldiers, you ask? Lots. For starters, Cooperstown held a parade for the National Baseball Hall of Fame game, and look who led the parade. That's right, 10th Mountain Soldiers straight from Fort Drum. In addition to that, this is just a great place to get away for the weekend and discover what New York has to offer. In this week's segment of One Tank Trip, we'll show you where and how the famous Cooperstown baseball bats are made, and a look at the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Hi, I'm Brian. And I'm Luke. And we're at the Cooperstown Bat Company, where they hand make bats that go all over the world. Let's go in and check it out.
Brian and I got the chance to meet the real-life Batman in Cooperstown. This man takes a block of wood like this, and in a few short minutes he's got a bat ready to play ball.
But we have had a couple guys want a thicker handle, thinner barrel, or whatever, and we try to accommodate people when we can.
After showing us a thing or two about making bats, Batman gave Brian a shot at sanding down a ball bat.
It takes time. There's a whole lot of stuff to learn. Remember what you learned.
Next, we took a look at how bats are engraved. You can literally see the smoke rising from the bats as they are engraved with a laser. How long is the actual process once I put a bat in? So from start to finish, how long is that?
So like to do our logo on them, center brand only is about 15 minutes for like 6 bats. And then we range probably around 5 minutes to 6 minutes per engraving on the barrel for those big coaches style.
The Cooperstown Bat Company also takes requests for additional engraving for a small fee per line.
We do all kinds of of the personalizing. Even in town during the summer, a lot of people, what they come in for is their their souvenir of the trip to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, and love to get their names on a bat and like Doubleday Field. Hopefully we make a lot of people's day when they come through and they can have a cool little souvenir of Cooperstown. And we crank those out about 10 hours a day every day during the summers.
All in all, it was a good day at the Bat Cave. Even if you're not into baseball, the Cooperstown streets are lined with local shops and attractions to pique just about anyone's interest. You can even visit the statue of the town's founder, James Fenimore Cooper. If you are into baseball, make sure you visit the Baseball Hall of Fame in downtown Cooperstown near Doubleday Field. In one area, you can view the Plaque of Honor that holds the names of several baseball players who served in the U.S. military during wartime. Every Hall of Fame baseball player is showcased in the museum, so don't miss out. Local shops are lined with baseball memorabilia dating back to the birth of America's pastime sport. If you stay the night in Cooperstown, be sure to try out the candlelight ghost tours in town. Legend has it that long-lost members of the community still walk the streets at night. Although our adventure was coming to an end, no trip would be complete without a trolley ride through the city streets of hometown USA.
Next week, well, you just never know where we'll end up.
It'll be an experience, I'll tell you that. Send us some of your travel ideas. There's a lot in this area to explore and enjoy. We'll be right back.
200 years ago, Lewis and Clark set out to discover an all-water route to the Pacific. But what they really discovered in themselves and everyone they encountered are qualities we can still learn from today. As we commemorate the Lewis and Clark bicentennial, we invite you to walk with them at lewisandclark200.org and see what you discover, because their trail winds through us all.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Low-fat cheese sandwiches on whole wheat bread are high in calcium to help build strong bodies. Can your food do that? Run, throw, think, eat better. Visit smallstep.gov.
Passing gas in the presence of others is not only inappropriate,
That is so foul.
it can be deadly. Passing gas releases a fog of carbon monoxide
Grandpa,
and other poisonous fumes that can contribute to asthma and pneumonia.
you're killing us over here.
Kids shouldn't be exposed to secondhand smoke. Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
What do you got there, Dave? Looks like someone's thunder thighs.
They must have lost them playing in the snow with their kids. Let's get back to work.
And 7 years ago.
Think history is a little scary? Then log on to LOC.gov and see how much fun it can be. The Library of Congress at LOC.gov.
Once they've outgrown their toddler seat, they're still not ready for adult safety belts alone.
4'9" is the magic number. Until then, kids need a booster seat. Make sure your little pumpkin gets there safely. Visit boosterseat.gov.
It's time again to help the vet clinic find a home for a cat or dog. Specialist Luke Allen has this week's Pet Savers.
Drum TV has teamed up with the Fort Drum Veterinary Clinic to help find homes for the resident dogs and cats. Joanna introduces us to some special pets wanting a new home. Joanna?
Hi. Thanks, Luke. Today we have Marissa with us. She's about 8 months old to a year, long-haired tiger stripe. She's excellent, though she'd probably be better for a single-family home. She's a little leery around loud noises, especially the dogs, and she's got to be queen of the maze, so definitely would be better for a single cat home as well. I've shown her the other cats. She kind of hisses and growls, so I can't guarantee if she'd be good with other cats. Right now, she's not showing the favoritism to the other males we have in the back. But she is a great cat. She's a younger cat, so she might be able to be worked with, but I mean, right now, she's a little camera shy, but she's just purring away in my arms, so she would be good for any home that just wants to explore having a cat. This is Cornelius. He's, again, about 8 months old to a year, male, tiger stripe. He's a short hair, though. He is a wonderful cat. He will get along with other cats, other dogs, anybody. He's probably going to be the easiest cat for anybody to introduce to other cats or other dogs because he's not afraid of them. Anytime I've showed him to the other cats, he usually just bounces at them or nudges them saying, hey, come play with me. With the dogs, he is a little standoffish at first, but he doesn't hiss, he doesn't growl, he doesn't even puff up. So I'm going to guess that he's going to be a wonderful addition to anybody who's got other pets already. Sometimes it's better to get an animal in the summertime only because then you can walk the dog more, or the cat can be sitting in the windowsill looking out at the world. If you get them in the wintertime, you're going to have to do a little extra work because they can't be outside for that long. Cats I advise not going outside. Cats are better when they're indoor animals, and it's safer for you, safer for the cat. You don't have to worry about the cat getting hit by a car or being picked up by anyone who sees, oh, there's the kitty, I'm going to take the kitty home because I think it's a stray. We do, on post, it is post-regulation, or if you live in any government quarter, should be both cat and dogs microchipped. It's a really good idea just because if Fluffy or Spot runs away and they come into any kind of vet facility, clinic, or even the pound, they'll scan the animal for a microchip, call the company, and then notify you. That isn't our adoption fee. You just fill out the paperwork, send it into the company, and it's golden.
Thanks, guys. Again, the cost of adoption is just $77, and that includes all their updated shots, sterilization, a microchip, and tests for diseases. If you would like one of these pets or want to see what else is available at the vet clinic, give them a call. We'll be right back.
This is fine. Thanks.
Hey, Jill, how'd you do? Huh? What's your time? With a time of 4 minutes, 34.54 seconds. Jill Peckler.
Listen up, Energy Hogs. We got a real porker of a house here. Get in there and waste some energy.
There's no insulation, boss. It's hog heaven.
Leaky windows, too. This is gonna be a breeze. Perfect. Go wild and waste some wattage.
All this hot water for just one pair of pants. My kind of place.
Wow, this thing's so old it's gonna take me hours to get dry.
Keep wasting. They'll never know what hit them till they get the energy bill.
Boss, they're home, and they've got energy-efficient bulbs.
You've got the power to get rid of Energy Hog. You can help your parents add insulation, put in Energy Star appliances, and lots of other things to make your home hog-free. Find out how at energyhog.org and play fun games, too.
Oh, retreat! Retreat!
Go to energyhog.org and get the Energy Hogs out of your home.
Hey, wait for me!
Mrs. Johnson, good to see you again.
This is Mike. You can trust him. He looks just like you.
I'll be sucking up to you in order to make you sign the loan.
So, here are your low monthly payments and interest rate as we promised. Here's where they triple. The rest of this is really just here so that we get your house when you can't pay us back.
Such a lovely house.
Predatory lenders are never this easy to spot. Call us and protect yourself with the facts.
Ever wonder how to fix a squeaky door or get a stain out of that favorite sweater? We introduce you to Mrs. Fix-It. Drum TV is offering to those who need a little help around the house and toolbox.
If you have a carpet stain, would you think to grab the vinegar? Well, you should, because it can cut through some of the toughest stains. Gum on carpets is a nightmare, but vinegar can actually help to dissolve it away. Pour white vinegar directly onto the gum, let it sit for a minute, then use a paper towel to start easily pulling the gum out of the carpet fibers. Follow up with a little soapy water to clean up the vinegar, and you're all set. Dried glue on a carpet can also be dissolved with white vinegar. Warm the vinegar for 30 seconds in the microwave. Dip a white cloth in it, lay the cloth over the glue, and leave it for 5 minutes. Once the glue is softened, you'll be able to remove it from the carpet with a spoon. Then just follow it up with some soapy water. If you have chocolate stains on your carpet, mix together half a cup of white vinegar and a cup of water. Use that along with a white cloth to blot out any stains. Change the cloth frequently to be sure that you don't redistribute the stains. This vinegar and water solution also works great on coffee spills. Some surprising solutions to carpet stains. I'm Mrs. Fix-It, and it's just that simple.
For more information, you can go to her website. That's www.mrsfixit.com. And finally, we at Drum TV want to offer a little adventure. A local rafting company wants to say thanks to soldiers. They donated 6 tickets to go whitewater rafting on the Black River in Watertown. Here's how you can get in on the fun. We will give them away in pairs, so 3 pairs are ready to be yours. Just send us a postcard with your name, unit, address, and a phone number to the following address. Rafting Giveaway, care of Drum TV, 10,000, 10th Mountain Division Drive, room 108, Fort Drum, New York, 13602. We will announce the winners on our June 29th show. That's it for this week's show. You've been watching Drum TV. Tell us what's going on so we can tell others. For the entire news team, I'm Specialist Jacob Smathers.